What's the deal, y'all? It's Rich Green, and we back again with another reaction. Today we about to react to this April 8th anomaly, the shit that's going on. It's supposed to be the solar eclipse that's supposed to bring on the end times. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I just did this video, but my fucking camera cut off like 7 minutes into my video, so I gotta redo the video. Unfortunately, I ain't react to this whole video, but some of this I have seen. And I ain't gonna lie, my first video was kind of like, I thought it was kind of tight. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of liked it. But we finna get this shit right with this one, man. It's Rich Green. We back in this bitch. April 8th. End of the fucking world. Let's go. Make sure everything all right with this shit. I ain't finna fuck up nothing. All right. End of the world. We gotta get into this shit. April 8th. Ryan Garcia said Elon Musk is the Antichrist. Let's see what the fuck going on. But this ain't got nothing to do with Ryan Garcia. All right, let's go.
On April 8th, 2024, get ready for an extraordinary celestial event. We're about to witness a solar eclipse, but it's not just any solar eclipse. This will be an extremely rare total solar eclipse with intriguing connections to the predictions of the 2024 elections impacting the United States and Israel. Some even speculate that this could signal the end times. In today's video, I'll explain the true meaning behind this solar eclipse and reveal its implications. And believe me, you won't want to miss the shocking conclusion of this video.
Now, a lot of people think that this solar eclipse is it's a story in the Bible. I don't know if it's a story, but it's something that it's like a thing where they said that this is supposed to be the coming of Jonah. It's supposed to be like the coming of Jonah, like the cloud that's supposed to come, and the solar eclipse is supposed to be like the coming of Jonah. That's supposed to be the representation of Jonah coming, or something like that. I'm not really sure. I'm not super like well versed in the Bible. I'm sorry, like I'm not on the YouTube like everybody be like Bible experts and shit. Like I'm not no Bible expert. I'm sorry, but this is what I've been hearing. Also, the Euphrates River is drying up. Like, you feel me? It's a whole bunch of stuff that's happening outside of like this April 8th solar eclipse. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Like, if you've been following like the end times like narrative of like things that been leading up towards this shit, it been way more shit than this. But this is the thing that's kind of like every time something happens, bro, it's like something like it go viral, especially with the end of the world.
In various parts of the Bible, we find connections between end-time events and celestial phenomena. Many verses mention the sun, the moon, the stars, and even eclipses in relation to prophecies about the last days. For example, in Luke 21:25, Jesus speaks of signs in the sun, moon, and stars when discussing the timing of the last days. As a result, when people observe unusual or rare astronomical events, they often begin to ponder if the last days are approaching. To truly understand the meaning behind a sign like a solar or lunar eclipse, it is crucial to reflect on history, explore biblical references to similar events, observe ongoing global events, and carefully analyze circumstances. By combining these elements, we can discern whether there is a genuine warning or if it is part of a larger unfolding biblical prophecy. As wisely stated in Ecclesiastes 1:9, what has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun.
And another thing is I'm gonna be stopping this a lot too to be like letting y'all know, because I'm into numerology and I want to show y'all how like this shit really numerology, like, and the I cannot get that word right. Numerological aspects of like the numerology, fuck that shit. We finna talk about numerology in this video too. So like one thing that I want to try to stand out, the thing that stand out to me is the 8th. The shit that's happening on the 8th, that's the shit that's freaking me out. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know, like, if y'all don't believe it, to each his own. If y'all don't believe in this shit, I'm telling you, I'm not the only one that believe in numerology, and I'm not talking about 111, 222, 333, 444. I'm talking about numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 22, 33 type shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not talking about none of this like bullshit numerology that y'all be doing, like, oh, 222, good luck, 444, oh my god, I say, and like you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not into all that bullshit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm really into like real numerology. Like, nigga, Like, what does 1 represent? 2 represent? 3? Like, 8 represents karma. 8 is like very karmic, infinity. Like, that's a very like karmic number. So like, it has a very karmic energy. And like they just said, nothing is new under the sun. There is nothing new under the sun. This simply means that history tends to repeat itself. You feel what I'm saying? History repeating itself. You feel me? What goes around comes around. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the 8. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like this might be kind of real just because like it's happening on the 8th. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Siri listening to me because this bitch know I'm on to something. I'm telling you, bro. This bitch is listening to me. Y'all can see that shit. The bitch know. I'm telling you. The numeral, they know about this shit. The elites, they know about this shit. Like, and stay out my motherfucking business, Siri, because I ain't even say your name. That'd be the whole thing too. Alexa, these bitches be all in y'all business. Get these bitches out y'all house. On God. These niggas be listening. These niggas be listening to people, bro. Like, they be knowing. Like, you feel me? On God in heaven. But the elites, they know about this numerology shit. They know about this shit. They use this shit. Trust me. Not like people say 9/11, that shit ain't no coincidence. 9/11 ain't no fucking coincidence. 420, nigga, Columbine ain't no coincidence. All of this shit ain't no fucking coincidence, nigga. They use these numbers, nigga. Numbers 20 dilutes down to an 11. 11 is a very like emotional number. It's a very like it's a number for charisma, emotion, and it's a master number. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you got to go through a lot of shit to be born on the 11th. You got to go through a lot of shit, like, you feel what I'm saying, to be a life path 11. Like, so if y'all into life paths and shit like that, that's what I'm into. Like, you know what I'm saying? And beyond that, like, I'm into like numbers and how they affect life. Like 28, the number of wealth. If y'all look at any Rolex billboard, that shit gonna have 28 on the date of the like, you know how like you can set the date on your watch and it'd be like the little number right there, nigga, watch. That should be 28 every time, nigga. Every time. These niggas know what the fuck they doing. Like, if y'all look at go Disney Channel. Go to Disney Plus if y'all got kids. Watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. When they or watch fucking the Mickey Mouse racers, the fucking racers, nigga, look at the numbers on their cars. It ain't never a random number. It ain't never like, oh, this person is just randomly fucking 17. Like, it ain't never like no random number. Like 17 ain't random. Like, cause that's like, if you add the numbers together, even if they use like a random number like 17, or like if they use a random number like 24, like, they want you to see a different number. Like, so what's 2 plus 4? 6. Or what's 1 plus 7? 8. What's, you feel what I'm saying? If they use 2 or if they use 11, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's numbers, they use certain numbers. 3 is a number that they use a lot. 3 is a number of communication, is a very powerful number. Like, you know what I'm saying? People don't know that 3 is a very powerful number. 4 is a number of law and order. It's something that we're gonna get into in this video also. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm very tapped into the numerology aspect, and numbers is in the Bible. It's all throughout the Bible. It's a fucking whole chapter in the Bible named Numbers. Literally, like, numerology is in the Bible, astrology, all this shit. Like, it ain't no reason why this shit been followed for thousands and thousands of years, bro. Like, it ain't no reason why this shit, they didn't just make this shit up just to make money off of this shit. Like, you feel me? Like, this shit been followed for thousands and thousands of years. These niggas used to navigate the earth using the stars, using, you feel me? This shit ain't fake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Numbers is a universal language. You can go anywhere in the world and it ain't no nigga speaking a different language in numbers. Nigga, you gonna go, you go to Japan, you go anywhere in the world, nigga, you say 1, they know what the fuck 1 is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you write a 1 down, it ain't no 1 in a different language. Nigga, 1 is what 1 is. 2 is what 2 is. Everywhere you go in the world, it's a universal language. So if y'all think this shit is fake, nigga, unfollow me, unsubscribe. You're an idiot. Like, you're literally a fucking dumbass. Like, if you let the world convince you that this shit is fake, then you literally, you've been duped.
Means that history tends to repeat itself. And here's where things get shocking. God's character remains constant, unchanged from yesterday, today, and tomorrow. This means that God continues to communicate as he always has and address sin and nations as he has throughout history and the Bible. Recurring patterns emerge, especially regarding idolatry and a nation's sin, which God consistently confronts. Every significant prophet in the Bible who addressed Israel's idolatry and sin was accompanied by specific signs and warnings, indicating what would happen next. Reflecting on Revelation, chapter 6, we encounter the symbolism of the four horsemen, representing God's judgment on nations. First comes a figure representing conquest or leadership, leading to division and global turmoil. Next comes war, causing conflicts and disturbing the peace. Subsequently, famine follows, bringing economic hardships and agricultural struggles. Finally, death arrives, spreading plague and disease. While these events unfold on a global scale, they also echo recurring patterns seen throughout history in the Bible. These signs often arise in response to the sins and idolatries of a nation.
And when he talk about the sins and idolatries of a nation, he talking about, obviously, y'all know what a sin is. I ain't finna go down this road with y'all. We know what sin. We born to sin. Everybody is born to sin. We all sinful in nature. Like, you know what I'm saying? When he talking about idolatry, some people know what idolatry is and some people don't know what idolatry is. Idolatry is basically idolization of other people, like that's not God. Like you idolizing anything outside yourself. You idolizing money. If you got the love for money and it interferes with your love for the Lord or love for God or love for yourself, that's idolatry. Anything could be idolatry. You can idolize pussy, nigga. You can idolize money. You can idolize celebrities. You can idolize you can like idolize a lot of shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like that's idolization. That's things that like you basically worship, like worshiping things that's not God. Like, nigga, they build statues. They build statues in front of the motherfucking Staples Center, like idolizing athletes. Like, you feel me? Building statues of human beings, nigga. Like, you feel me? It ain't no godly statues. It ain't, nigga, nobody know what God look like. You can't even build a statue of God, but you want to build a statue of a motherfucking Kobe Bryant or a motherfucking Magic Johnson, and y'all want to, you feel me? Come on now. Like, that's what I'm saying. This is the idolatry. This is the sins. Like, you feel me? Idolatry is one of the most, like, you feel me? Come on now. We already know what it is, and we tapped in.
Illustrating the cyclical nature of divine intervention over time.
God damn it.
For example, God appointed Nebuchadnezzar, the Babylonian conqueror, to bring judgment not only on Israel but also on neighboring nations like Egypt, Assyria, Moab, and even the Philistines and Phoenicians in the Gaza Strip region.
That bitch look evil. Don't that bitch look evil? That bitch's jaw was crazy. You saw that bitch, that white bitch in that last scene? She look evil as hell. Some white people, yeah, I'm sorry. I ain't against white people. I love all races. I'm half white. But sometimes y'all niggas be looking like, y'all niggas be looking demonic. Y'all niggas be looking ugly as a bitch. Like, y'all niggas be looking ugly. That bitch jaw was like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I don't know, bro. And then y'all be having the worst attitudes, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, y'all know how to make somebody feel like shit. Like, make a nigga really want to slap your fucking head off, like, for real.
Jeremiah, the prophet, mentioned a severe plague and famine that devastated the land for years, weakening the nations in readiness for Babylon's advance. In the Bible, Jeremiah 38:2 conveys the message of the Lord, stating that those who remain in this city will die by the sword, famine, and disease. But those who surrender to the king of Babylon will live, they will escape with their lives.
I'm just hoping that my camera stay on for this video, because this low-key, this one low-key going better than the last one. Low-key, this one banger. This is a banger. And this video is interesting. This is a banger-ass video.
Widespread civil unrest, including protests and demonstrations.
What's this nigga name?
And finally, the specter of war with Russia.
I don't know. I'll give y'all the name of the
These
channel
events
afterwards.
not only impacted America, but the whole world. These events serve as potent reminders of prevalent sin and idolatry in nations and signal God's judgment on the earth.
Now, this is another thing. Judgment on earth, like they say in the eclipse, is signaling his judgment on earth. 4 is law and order. 4 is judgment. 4 is, that's what the number represents, is law and order. So, like, if you look at law and order, what's law and order? Police go to jail. What you do before you go to jail? You go to court, judge. So look, 4, 8, 2, 24. Like, you feel me? So this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 4 is judgment. 8 is this already done happened before because it's karmic. It's karmic. And then 2, 24, 6. 2 plus 4 equals 6 plus 2 equals 8. 4, 8, 8. Boom. I'm just telling you, like, that's what I'm seeing. I look at numbers kind of like a sentence sometimes. Like, the date tell you more than what the actual, like, all these conspiracies that somebody can come up with and articulate. I feel like the date will tell you more than anything. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because everybody can't read the stars and shit like that. But, nigga, numbers, I'm telling you, you read the numbers gonna tell you it's a code. We in the matrix, nigga. If you read the numbers, nigga, you gonna figure out what the fuck you need to do. Because it's numbers, colors, and symbols. Nigga, I'm telling you, y'all need to get tapped into numbers, colors, and symbols. Nigga, because I'm telling you, this shit gonna unlock your brain. Like, you gonna be unlocked, nigga. You gonna be like limitless pill, nigga. I'm telling you. Niggas gonna think you crazy, but I'm telling you, you really gonna be that nigga. Like,
While this does not necessarily mean it is the last days, the signs are undeniable and suggest that significant changes are approaching. If these are indeed signs of judgment, there must be reasons behind them. There must have been warnings or indications preceding these judgments, as God never acts without first
and I ain't
revealing.
no motherfucking professional numerologist or nothing like that. I'm just telling you, this is what I see based off of my little basic knowledge of the shit that I be kind of learning, just picking up on. Like, you feel me? And I ain't no fucking idiot. So, like, I feel like I can apply little shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna buy nobody course. I would never sell y'all niggas a course either. Like, no matter how big I get, I swear to God, I will never sell y'all niggas a course. I will never be like the nigga like, take my creativity course or whatever the fuck, nigga. If I made it off of my own motherfucking nigga. If I make it, I'm making it off my own like shit. Like, I don't need no fucking creativity kit, nigga. Your creativity kit is inside your heart, nigga. You gonna wake up in the morning, you gonna know what the fuck you need to do. Your creativity kit. You buying another nigga creativity kit is gonna keep you under another nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all niggas a straight sheep. I swear to God, any nigga that'll buy a creativity kit, anything like that, you a sheep. And no more power to the niggas that selling them shits to get your money, nigga. Get your dough on God. Some niggas, everybody ain't meant to be superstar. Everybody ain't meant to be the motherfucking star of the team. But on God in heaven, I'm never gonna sell y'all a kit. I'm about like really helping. Like, you feel me? I'm about real help, nigga. Like, if I make bread off of this shit, I make bread off of this shit. But I'm not finna be selling y'all niggas no courses. I'm not selling niggas no tutorials. I'm not selling niggas none of that shit. Like, you feel me? It's free game. Any sauce that I ever got, nigga. Not no free game, cause on God the game is meant to be sold and not told. But on God, any sauce that I ever got, nigga, it was off the strength of like what I can like provide another nigga, like provide like as in like a useful skill or something like that. Like, you just being around or you just thinking that's something supposed to happen, you ain't never gonna get none of that shit. But that's totally beside the point. We getting back into this shit.
To his prophets. Now, let's delve into the significance of the sun and the moon in prophetic signs. Did you know that in biblical prophecy, the moon consistently represents Israel,
I did not
while
know
the
that.
sun symbolizes the Gentile nations? Well, you'll want to pay close attention because things are about to get much more interesting. The book of Genesis reveals that the sun, the moon, and the stars were not created until the fourth day. Before that, light already existed on the earth, along with vegetation like trees and flowers, which were created on the third day. It's worth noting that trees and plants depend on sunlight and rain, but the sun itself was not brought into existence until the fourth day. How could this be? This shows us the critical role of the sun and the moon in sustaining Earth's climate and ecosystems. Without them, there would be no ocean currents, hence no weather and consequently, no rain. In that ancient time, rain was not a common occurrence until the days of Noah's flood. Genesis 2:5-6 sheds light on this, explaining that there were still no shrubs or plants because God had not yet sent rain, instead relying on streams that rose from the earth to water the ground. So why did God create plants on the third day before the sun, the moon, or rain even existed? It turns out the sun and the moon had a completely different role together. Genesis 1:14-19 describes how God created these celestial bodies to separate the day from the night and serve as markers for sacred times, festivals, and seasons. They were meant to govern the passing of days, years, and the timing of important events. These celestial signs have particular significance in biblical prophecies, especially concerning the last days. Joel 2:30-31 speaks of wonders in the heavens and on earth, including the darkening of the sun and the turning of the moon into blood, signaling the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. This imagery symbolizes imminent turbulence, with blood representing war and judgment, while smoke and fire signify volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. These celestial events are prophetic indicators, as Jesus himself predicted earthquakes, volcanoes, wars, and other disturbances as precursors to significant events. Did you know that the 2014 to 2015 blood moon tetrad had a connection to Israel? Well, here's where things take a turn. During that period, there were 4 total lunar eclipses, also known as blood moons, occurring in rapid succession, precisely coinciding with 4 significant Jewish festivals, forming what they called the blood moon tetrad. However, many struggle to comprehend the significance of this particular sign. and its meaning remains unknown to this day. The number 4 often symbolizes the universal authority of God's word. Symbolically, the moon represents God's protection and oversight over the nation and people of Israel. The reddish hue of the eclipse was seen as a harbinger of imminent bloodshed, a sign of impending judgment, given that the eclipses spanned a period of 2 years. The number 2, biblically associated with division.
And then some shit happened right after that, right? Them niggas is in war like a mug. Blood shit going on like a mug right now.
Interpreted as a warning regarding the potential division of the land of Israel, referring to Job 3:1-2. The Bible speaks of a crucial event that triggers the 7-year tribulation period and the judgment of nations. It describes a time when God will gather all nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat for judgment, specifically for their unfair treatment.
Look at that jaw. Look at that jaw on that bitch.
Of Israel, including the dispersal of the people and the division of the land. We are witnessing nations dividing the land of Israel, a situation hinted at in the book of Joel. The Bible even points out specific nations responsible for this division, namely Tyre and Sidon. What you are about to see next is quite shocking. Sidon and Tyre were regions inhabited by the Phoenicians, known for their expertise in commerce. The prophet Ezekiel, in Ezekiel 28, mentions the king of Tyre as a precursor to the Antichrist. After the Greek and Roman conquests of Tyre and Sidon, the Phoenicians migrated to Greece and Rome. Interestingly, the entire European continent was named by the Phoenicians after the daughter of the famous Phoenician king of Tyre,
Europa.
Today, the European Union, the United Nations, and even America are linked to the ancient regions of Tyre. Oh
God, bro, ain't that fucked up? Ain't that fucked up? How, like, when you really think about it, these niggas have broke it down, like, when they were talking about the regions of Tyre were inhabited by the Phoenicians, the modern nations are like, and then we come from the fucking, we fucking done. We the niggas that betrayed Jesus, bro.
Sidon, once inhabited by the Phoenicians.
I'm not finna be one of them niggas, bro.
Expected to play a role in shaping and promoting the 7-year peace treaty, as prophesied in the Bible, which will be confirmed by the Antichrist. It is crucial to understand the significance of this and what it means for the future. Now, in 2017, 2 significant and unusual events occurred in America.
Yeah. It was I knew this one before though. It was the 2017 the motherfucking solar eclipse, but I done seen this video, but I knew about that before. Like, so you feel me? I knew about that, like, even when I watched it the first time. I swear to God.
First, on August 21st, 2017, there was a notable event known as the Great American Solar Eclipse. It was visible across the nation, from the west coast to the east coast of the United States. However, it's essential to know that an eclipse alone doesn't have much significance unless accompanied by other events that align with biblical and Israelite contexts. The following month, on September 23rd, 2017, another exceptionally rare event occurred involving the alignment of stars and constellations, known as the sign of Revelation 12. On this date, the constellations of Virgo and Leo, along with Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, the Sun, and the Moon.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Aligned in a unique way, resembling the depiction of Revelation 12 in the Bible. Did you know that this alignment occurred only twice in history? Well, here's where things get even more shocking. Keep your eyes on these constellations as they will be significant again in relation to the 2024 eclipse.
Eight of them bitches.
Revelation 12 warns us about the conflict between the Antichrist, known as the Beast, and the saints, as well as the rebirth of Israel and Jerusalem.
That sound gangster though, don't that? Hey, if we are part of that shit, the Beast and the saints, nigga, we finna go against the Antichrist, nigga. It's going down. That sound gangster, I ain't gonna lie.
Both of these signs together served as a severe warning to the United States regarding Israel, specifically concerning the division of the land. 3.5 years later.
I hope that they let the black people go back to Israel, wherever we from, cause they talking about all this shit, bro. All this shit happened in Africa, bro. The Bible take place in Africa, bro. Just take us back home. Just take us back home, like on God, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. I'm not finna be up in America when all this shit go down, bro. Stop saying all this American shit, acting like I'm American. Take me home. Take me home.
symbolizing how this division may occur with the Antichrist. From August 2017 to January 28, 2020, President Donald Trump proposed his century deal called Peace to Prosperity. He advocated for a two-state solution,
And I'm
granting
telling you, see, they
70%
do
of the
shit on
land of
certain
Israel,
dates, bro. The
including
28th,
the
all the
eastern
numbers
half
that I
of
mentioned in the
Jerusalem,
beginning,
to the
nigga, they do these
Palestinians,
shits.
the ancient
Like,
Philistines,
pay attention,
historical
nigga.
enemies of Israel, for the creation of a Palestinian state. 3 months later, the pandemic emerged, causing widespread devastation worldwide. This was followed by significant economic struggles, civil unrest, conflicts with Russia, and the loss of leadership for both Netanyahu and Trump in 2020. Surprisingly, instead of witnessing the signs of the four horsemen, as expected, we saw their signs occurring in reverse order. Additionally, as a consequence of these events, we observed the emergence of alliances like Gog and Magog, primarily through the oil nations of OPEC aligning with BRICS alliances, including China.
Oh God, like, bro, China been aligning with all the oil, with all the big money, on God in heaven. And then I think that, like I said, Gog and that shit was like China and Russia. Like, I think those people
are effectively challenging the dominance of the American dollar in trade, leading to significant inflation and the imminent collapse of the banking system in the U.S.
Oh God, they attacking the U.S. dollar.
Shockingly,
Right now, they attacking the U.S. dollar. Right now, they trying to really. Low key, they've been talking about this shit for like 2 years. Like, low key, for the past couple years, like, they've been attacking the U.S. dollar.
Events were prophesied in the Bible about Israel and the end times. Moving forward to April 8th, 2024, 7 years after the initial eclipse in August 2017, another eclipse is predicted to occur. This time, it will not only be visible across the United States, but its path of totality will form a significant X shape across the country. However, unlike the 2017 eclipse, unlike the sign of Revelation 12, this eclipse will only cover the eastern half of the nation and will occur 7 months before the 2024 presidential elections.
7.
Interestingly,
Seven
just
is
like
a
the sign of Revelation
number of
12, the
intelligence.
constellation of Leo symbolizing Judah and Jerusalem will align with the solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024. This constellation is associated with the Lion of Judah, representing Jesus. So what does all this mean in biblical prophecy? The number 7 often symbolizes completion, indicating
the number 9 symbolizes completion. 7 is the number of intelligence.
End of a cycle.
9 is the end of a cycle. That's why women have a 9-month. That's why women have a 9-month birth period. 9 is the number of completion. 7 is not the number of completion. 7 is the number of intelligence. 7 is like, it's like the number of like knowledge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
context, it refers to the conclusion of Israel's 70 weeks of judgment, represented by cycles of 7 years. This eclipse is not necessarily a warning about future events, but rather a reflection of past occurrences connected to the future. The X shape formed by the eclipse resembles the Hebrew letter Tav, which symbolizes a mark or seal. This letter is significant as it is used only twice in the Bible, including in Ezekiel.
Like I said, y'all need to tap into numbers, numbers, colors, and symbols. You feel me, nigga? That's all languages. Ain't nothing but a bunch of symbols put together. Spells, that's what they call it. Spelling, that's why they call it shit like that. I'm telling you, y'all need to tap in.
9, where it represents a seal of protection placed on those who mourned for the sins of the first Jewish temple before its destruction by Babylon. And similarly, it echoes the marking of the doorposts during the first Passover in Exodus, foreshadowing the mark of the beast and the seal of protection over the 144,000 witnesses during the 7-year tribulation period. Therefore, the Tav mark in the United States signifies both protection and judgment, especially concerning the division of the land of Israel. If you enjoyed this video, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and share it as much as possible with your friends and family.
Hey, man, I'm sharing it with the fam bam right now. Know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, I'm gonna end it right here. Great video. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see who this is. Mysteries of the Bible. He got 900K in 2 weeks. I had to look this one up just because I wanted to. I know it was a lot of biblical, like I know it was a lot of like religious context behind this eclipse. So like I just wanted to find like a really good video that was like going to inform us on like the religious and biblical aspects of it, not just like all the little conspiracies and shit behind it. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. It's Rich Green, you feel me? And we out of here, you feel me? Stay prayed up, know what I'm talking about? And if y'all get a picture of that little solar eclipse, I'm gonna try to be outside to catch that bitch too. So you feel me? Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe if y'all want to see more. Let me know what y'all want. And yeah, I'm out of here. Peace.